Good afternoon. August 24th, 2001. Officer McDowell and Officer Brill worked for Whitehall Police Department, which is a suburb of the city of Columbus. They responded to a residential neighborhood in an effort to serve a citation to a resident. As they knocked on the door, they received gunfire through the closed door. Several shots struck Officer McDowell. One shot actually struck Officer Brill in the face. Once the shooter realized both officers were shot, he exited the residence, stood over the top of Officer McDowell, and fired several more shots into his body until he was killed. Officer Brill suffered a much fortunate fate due to the quick actions of the police officers and the quick response of the first responders, specifically the paramedics, who were able to stabilize him and get him to the hospital. He currently is still alive and living today. This left a huge financial void for Angela McDowell, the wife of Officer McDowell. She also was a mother of two. She didn't know how she was going to make the next month's mortgage, let alone how she was going to buy clothes for the upcoming school year for her children. So there was an immediate need for financial in regards to when an officer gets killed. My name is Ryan Steele. I want to talk to you today about Get Behind the Badge. And before we do that, I want to let you know that I've been involved with this charity since 2006 in various different ways. I know the board members, to include Angela McDowell, and we're going to discuss why this is such a great and worthy cause. We're also going to discuss the need for the charity. We're going to discuss what type of charity it is. We're going to talk about the nonprofit. We're also going to talk about ways that you can get involved. So they have a little history of Get Behind the Badge. Let's discuss a little bit more in detail how it came to be. So imagine, if you will, Miss McDowell just buried her husband days after his death in August 24th, 2001. She was going through all the emotions and the financial hardship. She turns her television on a couple weeks later, specifically September 11th, and sees that story unfold. And then she realizes that 424 firefighters, police officers, and paramedics perished as the building collapsed. And that's according to firehero.org and odnp.org. So as she's going through her struggles, she also realizes that there's 424 families going through the same thing. And she wanted to reach out and wanted to make sure that no other families had to endure the hardship that she had to endure. She was trying to provide a little compensation where she could, and it was through financing. She also realized that she didn't want her charity to be just for police officers. It should be for all firefighters. So Get Behind the Badge not only covers firefighters and police officers, but any first responder, to include paramedics. Now let's discuss a little bit about the charity. It's a 501c3 charity. You may be asking yourself, what does that mean for me? Well, it means that you get a tax break. Imagine that, getting money back from the government, and all you have to do is donate money. That's a win-win situation for all involved, both parties. So the board members, including Angela McDowell, get no financial compensation. Their effort is to get every dime and dollar they get and put it back out towards the people who need it, what the charity is intended for. So when asked the board members why they do what they do for no financial compensation, their response was, "We do what we do based upon the brotherhood and the need to take care of our own." And again, that just lets you know that when you donate to this worthy cause, they're going to make sure and do everything they can possibly to make sure every dime that you give goes back to the charity that's intended to go to. So we've discussed the history, we discussed the need, And we discussed how donating benefits you. We've also briefly discussed the board members. You're probably sitting asking yourself now, how do I get involved? Well, here's how you get involved. There's a couple different ways. The easiest way is to donate. And there's two separate ways to donate. But before we get into that, if you go to getbehindthebadge.org, the left-hand corner, you'll see a donation tab. You click on that tab, and then in there's two different ways to donate financially. The first one, you can donate to the general fund. That money goes towards the check that's given to the widow or the family members that remain in an effort to help them financially. The other financial donation you can make is to the Flower Fund. This fund brings out new flowers annually on the officers and first responders' last day of watch. They bring out new flowers, and that's something that's done every year. So there's two separate ways you can donate financially. And a lot of times people wonder, well, I heard that the police and firefighters, the whole community is like a family. Well, I can tell you that it is a family, but it's an open family. We want more people to come in. So what you can also do is you can come to our events and see firsthand how welcoming and engaging that we are as a community. We have several different events. We have football events, which consist of the fire department playing the police department. We have a hockey game, basketball game. Again, they're all fire versus police. It's a great time, family-oriented. We hold our events at the OSU Ice House. That's where the hockey event's at. The football events take place at various different high schools throughout the greater Columbus area. All are great venues. If you're not a big sporting fan, then we have other events for you as well. We have poker runs, motorcycle runs, fish fries, and there's various different things that come out as the years go by, and you can check that out at getbehindthebadge.org. So that's another way you can help out too. Show up to one of these events, reach out, and donate there. And again, almost every dollar that you donate at these events goes back to the actual organization. So if you're like many Americans, sometimes we struggle financially. So if you're unable to donate right now, that's not a problem. If you ever find yourself in the greater Columbus area, you can volunteer. These events are fantastic. They're a great time, but we have to have volunteers that help make these events run smoothly. So we really count on volunteers. So that's another way for you to get involved. So money isn't always the answer. Volunteer may be right for you, but either way, we want you to get involved. And those are several different ways you can get involved. So in conclusion, we talked about how the charity was started. We talked about the 3C tax credit that you as a donator get. We talked about how it was a nonprofit organization, how everybody donates their time and doesn't receive any financial benefit, which helps the charity. We talked about the different ways to donate. Not only did we talk about the different ways to donate, but we also discussed how you can volunteer if you're unable to donate right now. What if I were to tell you since 2001, 2,674 officers were killed to date in the line of duty? Of that 2,674, 28 of those officers were killed just this year alone. That's not even including the firefighters. It's not even March yet, and 28 officers have been killed. If you do the numbers, that's 165 officers killed per year. First responders put their lives on the line to better make their community, make it safer, make it more efficient. We're reaching out to you now. We need your help. Widows need your help. Family members need your help. Please donate at getbehindthebadge.org. Thank you.